Let it go. Let it go.
I like that, y'all. I like that, y'all. I like that, y'all.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
I like that, y'all. I like that, y'all. I like that,
y'all. Hey there. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. How we doing out there, crypto friends? We are live at the Crypto Happy Hour. It is Tuesday, July 20th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 Central. As promised, here we are. We are staring at a sea of red. That's been the story for the past few days. We do have some good things coming up, so watch out for the B-Word conference tomorrow. Mr. Elon Musk going to be there, Jack Dorsey, ARK Invest, all those folks are getting together, so we do look for some bullish news to come out in the BTC world and the Dogosphere. Let's have a look on in here to the BTC/USD. That's the Bitcoin. So we're still looking at the 29,572.21 support level and trying to bust through that 30,000 mark. You see we have 1, 2, 3 goes at it so far. And gonna need the bulls to get us through there so we can get our way back in the green. RSI is right there on the oversold, so we'll be keeping an eye out for that as well. And let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum looking a little bit stronger here, so we have a new support level holding on to right now at the right there at the 1775 mark. So we'll go ahead and mark that. You won't be able to see it once I pull her up there. There it is. There's your support. Let's make it 1771.07 and resistance nearby the 1811.02. And we'll start scooting this stop loss up because we are going to jump in a trade here on Ethereum. As we move on into Binance Coin, that's BNB USD. Binance, we have a new support level. Can't quite go there yet. That candle's not finished, so we're looking at RSI right there on the oversold mark. So we're looking at support 257.879. Resistance remain at the 267.56 for BNB USD. On to Cardano. That's ADA USD is the ticker. And as you can see, we are barely clinging on to this support level, so we can go ahead and move her on up there to 1.0486. And we'll actually move that stop loss just beneath that previous low. And looking up at resistance now at the, let's zoom in a little bit. Thank you for reminding me out there. 1.072. And off we go to PolkaDot land. DOGE.D. And very tight range here as we look for support to hold up there at the 10.483. And resistance close by at the 11.087. Stop loss starting to inch our way up. I'm looking for a higher low to form up here, and off we go to the races. So let's move on to the Doge. Doge had a go at it today. So the Doge is looking at support at the 0.1615, and we're back trying to get above that 0.1747. That 1747 region's been pretty difficult for us lately. So we'll keep an eye out there. And as you can see here on the trading plan, we are hitting the new buy targets, so we're starting to enter some trades. Just going to keep those stop losses going, hanging in there tight. So just speaking of which, let's get this one up here in the alert, just below that previous low right there. Moving on to LTC USD. That's the Litecoin. 105.92, way down there. Remember when that thing was up in the 200s? So we're looking at support to hold at the 105.92, resistance at the 109.21. And over to Chainlink, that's LINK USD. 13.377 is support, resistance now at the 13.827. On to Stellar, XLM USD. Stellar having a run up here. Actually green for the day. This went red to green on that previous candle. So we're looking at resistance now at the 0.2142. And new support level, we can move that up there. It's official. Off that previous low at the 0.2104. See if we can close above that 12-day moving average. Moving on to Vechain, that's VET USD. Looking down at support at the 0.05623. Resistance now at the 0.05922. Looking at FIL USD, that one's down 8.06%, so it took a hard fall like Humpty Dumpty. So we're going to look over here, look left and see what we can find for support. Going to need to get down in that, right in there. So we're looking at support at the 40.106 and resistance here we get our zoom back at the 43.08. On to STORJ USD. Got us a new support level, so we're inching our way up here slowly and surely. 686, should say 0.6861 is support, and your resistance level now at a 0.0795. Head on to IOTA, that's Internet of Things. And it's holding up pretty well. It's only down 5%, so it's holding up a little bit better than some of these other names. So we're looking down at the 0.5852 support and still looking at that 0.607743 to get through resistance on the climb back through. On to Comp, COMP USD. Comp is up 1.5% for the day. Comp is part of that Grayscale trust that they're putting together. It's about to launch, so we'll be watching out for that as they start to accumulate COMP. So we're looking at 313.491. Check that. We got some new support level. Let's get on up there. There we go. 336.066 support. And clearly can see that resistance right there on that previous high, 353.59. On to always needs attention. It's basic attention coin. 0.4585 is support, and looking up now at the, we haven't quite got through the 0.4688, and then watch up here if we can push through there at the 0.4744 resistance. On to Ethereum Classic, ETC USD. Ethereum is 37.803 support and resistance 39.456. And volume is kind of lightening up here as we move into the wee hours of the evening here in the United States. Moving on to MANA USDC. Sitting right on that previous low right there, that support. So let's look for that to hold right at the 0.51057. Then the secondary support would be down at the 0.4981. So roughly that 0.50 is your support round number, and 0.5286 is your resistance. Moving on to ZIL USD, very tight range here, trying to hang in there. And we're going to look at 0.05260 support and resistance 0.05452. So kind of going sideways here, and volume is increasing. That looks to me like accumulation right there, so we'll be keeping an eye out for that. Moving on to NU USD. New support, inching our way up here, 0.1749, 1749. And resistance there at the 0.18247. Look at NMR go. NMR USD up 7.65%, taking off here as we are live. So this is all happening right before us. So we're looking now. Yeah, there's that previous high. We got to get up to this 100-day moving average. So watch out for that if you're in this one. And we have support for you all the way up at the 30.449, and resistance is going to be the 31.363. So it's just underneath that 100-day moving average. Let's see if we got that bullish momentum to get us up through there. As you notice here, this big candle, this big green candle, but very low volume. So what does that say? We're watching it. Moving on to GRT, that's the graph token, GRT USD. Actually can move that up there. We'll inch that up, and then we'll put our stop loss just beneath that low. So we're looking at support 0.4834, and still can't get through that $0.50 mark, 0.500 USD resistance. On to Uniswap, that's UNI USD. And Uni trying to hold on to that support. So we're sitting down there at the 14.399, and resistance now just below previously marked there this morning, $15. So trying to get through the $15 mark for UNI. On to AAVE USD. Another one of those in the Grayscale Trust. So watch out for that one. It is at support 218.431 and resistance 228.402. On to MKR USD. This one in that trust as well. And 2136.952. Support, resistance 2206.64. Off we go into MATIC land. MATIC USD. MATIC is sitting at the 0.6580 support, and resistance, got to get back down there. There we are. Grab that resistance. Just beneath that previous close and the 12-day moving average and that previous high at the 0.7302. So we got some strong resistance to get through right there for MATIC. On to SOL USD. We're looking at 22.708 support and resistance 23.3176. So tight range. Actually, let's readjust that there. There we go. We got these two highs here. 23.952 resistance, as well as this 12-day moving average coming down hard on us. On to audio. Audio is sitting at 0.8033 support and resistance 0.8531. And CHZ USD down 9.95%. So these NFTs are taking a little bit more pain than some of these other names here. And we do have support that we're actually testing, as you see this big candle here. So we still hadn't got through that. So we're looking at 0.20520 support. If that breaks through, then look down here at the 0.198, and then resistance up there at the 0.2117. Here we go to Theta Land, THETA USD, down 10.24%, so it's feeling a lot of pain. And we are just barely holding on to that support, so we'll inch that on up there. There we go. 3.6512 support, 3.796 resistance. So tight range there. And off we go to ENJB USD. Support 0.9471, and resistance still remains at the 1.0087. So that $1 mark, still trying to get through for ENJ. Off we go to ONE USD. That's Harmony 1. 0.0546 0.46 still holding up as support, and resistance can't seem to get through that 0.0576. So very tight range there, not much wiggle room at the moment for ONE. Off we go to PAXG USDT. This token is paired to gold and had a run up there, but we're starting to let go of a lot of it. So we're down to 1807.45 support. And let's get you back down where we belong in resistance level there, 1812.35. And Shiba Inu, SIHB USDT, this one paired to Tether. And actually getting this one off of KuCoin. I'm thinking very seriously about taking this one off the watch list here. Hasn't been doing nothing but going down from 1st of July, so it's been in a downtrend and not much really to be interested in. So we're looking at 5 zeros, 569, 5 zeros, 600 is your resistance. So sideways action for the SHIB. Well, let's have a look here at BTC.D. That is Bitcoin dominance, gaining a little bit of weight here as we get on up to 46.74% of the crypto market cap. Ethereum doing as well. It's up 1.85% at 1745. And the Doge making a comeback here. So folks are starting to buy a little bit of Doge, putting some money in there, up to 1.85% of the market cap. Although we've lost, you probably saw in the news, I think it was, we shed like 90 billion off the crypto market cap. So we're down to 1,191 billion. If you remember, we got all the way up to well over 2 trillion. So we're almost down a trillion from when was this? Back in May. That's a lot of dollar hairs, folks. So I hope you're hanging in there. Hope you're doing good things. And if you're out there on YouTube, be sure to like, subscribe. It's very painless. Yes, wiggle your finger a little bit on that like button. I sure would appreciate it. And I will see you in the morning at the Crypto Morning Show. Have a good one out there, folks.